All right. Okay. Hey, I got a haircut. So we're doing. I got the. I talked about Brautigan before. I got the book. This looks like another picture. This looks like. This either looks like North Beach or possibly kind of looks like somewhere like I don't know where. Yeah, it could be North Beach. I don't know. Picture here, like Brautigan. All his covers have like some woman. Sometimes he's on the cover. So I did one before a book talk about Brautigan before, and like he was a big influence on the analog body. Like words and things, the shortness. I took like a reduction of ornamentation, and then the blue book one. Where's that? Where did I put that? End up putting that at? Maybe Genghis Khan's daughter. I don't know where I put that. It was a long poem, but it's kind of a collected poem. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. So definitely Wars and Things, Alphabet Cities. What, did I put it back way the hell over here? Yeah, what was that called? It had a different name. The World is Blue? No. Book two. Okay, so wait a minute. Yeah, it has some kind of crazy poetry there. Maybe Wars and Things. No. So Brass Symphony. I don't know. I should have put it there, but it was written kind of like late into in the Alphabet Cities, baseball predictions. The buddy. It's a longer poem. Where oh no, that's a different version of Body. Two cities. Let me just look. It seems like Genghis Khan daughter is going to be something in there. Yeah, here it is, right here. I just flipped to it by accident. Oh, sonnets. Where's that? 121. Yeah, sonnets. Yeah, but I don't know how it got taken out, but it was called the sonnets is really the blue book, and I think there's a mention of Brautigan in one of these poems here. Um, I mean, sonnets kind of comes from Ted Berrigan's sonnets. I didn't do oh shit, that looks like kind of a mistake there. I don't trust it. But maybe I don't know. It's a sonnets. There's sonnets. Maybe there's another one. Man, what's this? Yeah, two cities. Two cities coming. I got a couple poems that are kind of like that. Let's see. You gotta flip around. It's old, long poems that are just kind of okay. So there's sonnets. I got these kind of poems that just kind of go on forever. Two cities is one of them. Sonnets is another. But that doesn't. Oh wait, what's this? Where the body goes. Oh, it could be. It could be where the body goes. Okay, court. Okay, there's quartet. Okay, then there's sonnets. Double verse joke. And then body. Got a lot of poems called body for some reason. Oh no, here it is. It's called M the Blue Notebook. Okay, so that makes sense. And this is part of 149. This is part of Okay, that makes sense. 149. This is part of Alphabet Cities. Is them. I don't know why I tucked it in there. It was written around that time, so I guess that's why. And then M is almost M. The Blue Notebook is almost like a diary of the summer of 1990. Just kind of what was going on, and Trotsky. And as I kind of, how much time? 5 minutes, and I was flipping around. It's kind of like that Bowman video where I just kind of rambled on. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So, in the poem's called M, but the Blue Notebook 1990, and then I don't know why isn't that in this title? It's like I that's another change. I gotta do this, but yeah, Alphabet City it's called M. And then there's another poem called MM, which is kind of confusing. Oh no, this is MM. uh, oh, okay. Okay, so M is more like is the Blue Notebook. That's kind of like a long prose poem, and then MM is sort of like it's written around the same time, and but uh, yeah, and there's a poem that goes, "This is Brautigan Street. All the streets are bare. There's a French bakery. Most of the stores are empty. Brautigan is not dead. He went to China many years ago and has never came back. I think he's staying. He got a haircut and became a Maoist. Today, I live in his old room in North Beach. I guess Grant Street is not good enough for him." Okay, so yeah, okay. There's a couple poems here that are just kind of like trying to, yeah, love is no way to treat a friend. I'm using, yeah. I think I'm just taking like some fragments of poems. I just didn't know what to do with them, and I put them together here and make it into like a long thing. So M and MM is kind of like a continuation. The Blue Notebook, and yeah, I don't know what MM is. It's just another. Well, it's supposed to mean Marilyn Monroe for one thing, but and 20th century, which is it's 10 years away. But let me go to okay. So I'm talking about like things that are influential, but if you look, he has a lot of poems that are just like almost like one or two lines. Third Eye for Gary Snyder. There is a motorcycle in New Mexico. Next poem. You'll have to. The next poem's called "You'll have to sit. Buy me some more chairs." If you love a statue, start a mirror. Your friends will admire you. If you love a mirror, start a statue. Make room for new friends. I'll take that. Feasting and drinking went on far into the night. Feasting and drinking went on far into the night, but in the end, we went home alone to console ourselves, which seems to be what so many things are all about, like the branches of a tree just after the wind stops blowing. Yeah, I haven't read these poems like in ages. Just because a poem called "Just Because." Just because people love your mind doesn't mean they have to have your body too. Propelled by portals, whose only shame. Sometimes he does. He repeats the title is also the first line. Propelled by portals, whose only shame is a zeppelin shadow crossing a field of burning bathtubs. I ask myself, there must be more to life than this. So yeah, I mean this poem like it's almost like the I Ching or it's like a springboard for I think for creativity. It makes you want to. I mean, Brautigan, who wrote most of these books in the '60s or the early '70s. Uh, this one, what's the publication on this one? This is adult. He was published. Delta was pretty big. This was like right in 1970. So he kind of anticipates punk rock by about 5 years because he's just. I mean, when you read a book like this, you just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna write poetry too. I'm gonna write songs. I'm gonna write stories. Like I think Brautigan, so Brautigan, he was born in 1935. Richard Gary Brautigan. He was American novelist, poet, and short story writer. A prolific writer, he wrote throughout his life and published 10 novels, 2 collections of short stories, and 4 books of poetry. Brautigan's work has been published both in the United States and internationally. Yeah, he's kind of somewhere between like Bukowski and like Jim Morrison, or Trout Fishing in Americas it was sold over like 1 million copies, and he's like one of those weirdos from the '60s, like Coswinkle, Vonnegut, Ron Sukanik. That this he's probably people probably publishers probably saw the success of Richard Brautigan. He was probably hated too. He's probably people thought he was like Rod McEwen probably too, or Maya Angelou. But like like I mean, I had this discussion. This guy was bringing up like Brautigan and not Brautigan, Bukowski and Sid Vicious, and I go, well, I like those guys when I was a kid, but it's like, move on, come on, man, those guys have been dead for like 30 or 40 years, come on, those guys are great, but I mean, who's more overrated than Sid Vicious and Charles Bukowski? Give me, like, I know, like, I'm a writer, I write poetry, I'm from Los Angeles, and, everyone, I gave Craig Stevens my book, Five Fingers Make a Fist, and he immediately started comparing me to Charles Bukowski. It's like, that was like really super late. I don't even think he read the book, it's like, I don't know why I gave him a copy. That was kind of like part of our argument and stuff, so let's stop it there. Richard Brautigan, you should, if you haven't read them, you should check them out. I mean, um, I find them. I always go back to him and read him, and he's a source of inspiration and just mind clearing. Just because like so much poetry is just so just sort of where I don't get with other people. I mean, I guess there's a few Venice Beyond Baroque poets are similar to Brautigan. I think Brautigan he's definitely he still stands up. I've been I probably read this book first in the '80s and stuff, and I still it definitely when I was kind of blocked writing and stuff and starting out words and things, Brautigan. I kind of at that time I kind of saw the 3 poets that were kind of like the most influential on what I did. Soon after that was Brautigan, Gilbert Sartino, and Jack Spicer, and maybe most of my poetry is kind of like a continuation of what they did, in mostly the '60s and '70s. So let's leave it at that. Read on. I'm reading this. I'm still in whatever day. What day are we in here? Day 65 or something. I'll probably do a video next to the Ulysses. Yeah, I just read. It's day 65 of Ulysses. We got like 2 more weeks to go, and we're almost at the end of chapter 17. And I'm finished with summer school, and in about 3 weeks I'm going to start the fall semester, and I'm taking some more classes, maybe a few classes. I don't know. We'll see. I'll take a look. Okay. Okay. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, hello. Oh man, hey, okay, well, let's stay on because Dr. Sexy got on here. Yeah, I've been buying a lot of vinyl. I don't know if you saw some of my videos, but I've been like buying I bought a lot of Gun Club. I got like uh let's see, I got this one, Ethel Cain here. What do you think? Was this worth it? I don't know. I felt like I should buy an Ethel Cain record. You know, I haven't even listened to it yet, but I let's see. I recently got Mark Allman Stars We Are, one of his best solo records of the '80s. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you saw I did a special. Yeah, but I got like what do I have here? Let's see. What's nearby? Yeah, I got. So I have the first four. So I have the first four Gun Club on vinyl. I'm up to Mother Juno. Mother Juno. That record right there is Mother Juno right there. And then I bought the box set, the singles box set. But I think it was one of the records was missing, but it was one of the ones I didn't like anyway. So, and then yeah, Gun Club. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Gun Club. Yeah, what else? Yeah, I've been kind of I got I got more because I'm almost caught up in the reading and stuff, like all the books. I still have a stack of books over here, but yeah, what? Yeah, let's see what I got. Okay, so I got yeah recently. Let's look at some of the stuff I got recently. So I've gotten a lot of Gun Club. I'm also replacing. I got a lot of Jaw Wobble, so I've been kind of replacing stuff I had before. Mark Allman, Jaw Wobble, John Fox, a lot of Jaw Wobble singles. Yeah, I bought like a Wire, the band Wire Peel session, but they sent me the wrong one. They sent me like a EP, and it's supposed to be like the full Peel sessions. And I don't know if they're gonna send me the real thing. Yeah, I got like an Ultravox slow motion. That's the John Fox Ultravox, and then yeah, there is the Gun Club Preaching the Blues box set. I got like the Sisters of Mercy, Some Girls Wander by Mistakes on CD. I have the early singles. I got Wire, the 9/7 on CD. I just wanted to listen to it. I got Talking Heads. I had every Talking Heads record, but except for Naked. I don't think I've ever heard Naked, the last one. Okay, let's see. Where are you? No, I have some fall though. I have some fall CDs. Yeah, the Pill record. Yeah, the Pill. Yeah, I kind of like went back to Pill. Um, yeah, I got. Yeah, that's, yeah. I started kind of bulking up on the Pill and the wall. So yeah, the wobble metal box thing. I think is pretty good. I was supposed to. I think I was listening to this for about a month in the car. You know, it's good drive. Pill driving music. So yeah, the first. If you look at Pill, um, you know, the first album's good. I don't know. People like the single, but people didn't like the album. And then Metal Box is probably like their best record. I personally like Flowers of Romance. I remember when it came out. You know, it's more like they're trying to be like soundtracky. And then I think like Pill. I mean, Flowers of Romance is not a great record, but I mean, it has a couple good singles, a couple good B sides there. But yeah, the band kind of falls apart. I mean, Keith Levine was doing too much junk. You know, Wobble had left, and you know, John Lydon is not really that good of a singer. I mean, it's like I was watching some videos with where the people were like um rating the each of the Gun Club records, and it's kind of like hard to listen to all the Gun Club records like in a row because you kind of get his voice is kind of annoying, and I think that's the same thing with Public Image Limited. You know, that voice does it's not like Scott Walker or anything. Uh, yeah, the Commercial Zone record. You listen to that? Yeah, Commercial Zone. Yeah, I mean that's around the time. I mean, I kind of yeah yeah that's probably better. I'm not really sure the difference. You know, I think my friend Fred has both of them, but you know, but I mean, like Pill at that time in the mid '80s was still kind of like worth like checking out live, you know, because it was just kind of because it's like it's John Lydon and it's always going to be like a kind of a fun gig. I mean, that's the thing about the early days of punk rock. Like people, if it was like the Ramones, everybody would show up. It was Black Flag, everybody would show up. TSOL, like certain bands, everybody showed up for. And the Pill was one of those bands, and people just showed up because it was kind of like it was kind of a scene. Oh, not a, oh yeah, yeah. That's kind of around when I saw them too. I mean, I thought they were. I thought they were pretty good. The Sex Pistols again. I thought they were pretty. Yeah, they played like '96. Where did they play? They played like Leeds and Reading or something. Was that where you saw them? Yeah, I should. Out to Phoenix. Where's that at? What city? I've heard of it. Where is it? The Phoenix Festival. Yeah. Is that so? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So close to London. Not in London, but it's kind of outside of London. Is it by? My friend lives in. Yeah, where is that? Yeah, where is it? Let me take a look. Stratford. Oh, that's closer to Birmingham or something. Do you live over there by Oxford and all that? I thought it was the other way. Yeah, yeah, near Birmingham, where Ozzy played. Yeah. No, my friend, the girl I toured with. Oh, you live in Birmingham? Okay, right. And Duran Duran, of course. Yeah. So Phoenix. Yeah, yeah. You hear about a lot of people going up to the whatever that. What's north? What's that place that's north of there? Some district or something. Oh, the Lake District or something. Yeah, my friend, she lives in her this girl. I did because I was a tour manager. She was living in London, and yeah, you hear about people going to the Lake District and stuff. But she lives in Hersham, which is kind of about half an hour south of London. Somewhere. I like the way you were talking about it, I thought it was like a little bit south there. Yeah, she lives Hersham. I thought it's over by Guildford. I went to the last time I was there. I went to Guildford, so somewhere. It seems like it's somewhere over that way, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, there's like so many places up there. Yeah, I want to get over there again, like this year or sometime. Like, look, no Hersham, no Hersham, not Horsham. Sorry, maybe it probably it sounded like Horsham, but no Hersham, like Hersham boys, like Sham 69 Hersham. Yeah, Hersham is like south. It's Walton on Thames. No, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's kind of southwest a bit. What are you saying here? Yeah, Hersham. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Hersham. Yeah, there's nothing. It's like a place where nothing happened except for Jimmy Percy of Shop 69 was born there. It's like one of those places. Yeah, she couldn't afford she couldn't afford London. She was living in like central London, and then she moved out to Hersham. So I want to go over there, check out. I did go to Guildford. I don't know. You've maybe been there, like the last time I was there, which is kind of close by. Let's see. So, yeah, Guildford's about. Oh, Guildford. Oh, Hersham's even closer. Yeah, so yeah, about 15 miles away. and then Hersham, London. You know what happened here? Okay, so London. There's probably a train to Hersham you could probably take from London or something. Okay. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do know Volpac. Yeah, that's funny you mentioned it. Yeah, because we a couple years ago, the photographer I was working with, Bradley, wanted to maybe take pictures of them. It was kind of like right in. I don't even know if they're still. Are they still playing? I know they kind of self finance the tour and stuff. I mean, they're okay players. It sounds like. Yeah, I didn't know because they kind of self finance. Oh, they're still doing it. Yeah, I would be interested in checking them out. I was kind of, the whole kind of like, like let's put a bunch of blank songs on Spotify and that will finance our tour. I thought it was like kind of cheap. I mean, the music should speak for themselves. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just watching those guys that go around to all the festivals. I don't know. I think they seem like they're from like York or something. I forgot what is that called. I was just watching their video. I think I fell asleep like watching it. Yeah, I watched those guys. Those four guys from the north. They went to Bonnaroo and Coachella, and they went to Fuji Rock, and a few. They went to a few. It's like a group of four. It's 4 or 5 guys and maybe like one girl, and the main guy kind of looks a little bit like Nick Cave or something. He looks kind of Australian and stuff. So oh yeah, yeah. What is it called? Let's see. Yeah, it's a pretty good channel because you just watch them drinking and stuff. And yeah, Fuji Rock. Let's see. I just watched the Fuji Rock. Let me look up the. Let's see what. Yeah, it's called the TPD TV. Yeah, these guys, British led. Yeah, there's these guys. These guys. I'll send you a link here. Yeah, these guys right here. Yeah, TPD. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I get a feeling like they're from the north somewhere. They're from like Sheffield or Manchester or something. But they have like a Patreon, and they just go around to festivals. And they kind of like they kind of eat. They went to. Oh, they're from Yorkshire. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah. I thought they were kind of northern, but you get kind of used to the guys. It's like the same. It's the same. So it's usually 4 guys, but sometimes they have that girl with the black hair that goes with them. But they went to Fuji Rock, and they were, yeah. Did Fred again ever play? Because like they seemed like they were waiting around for Freddie. It's kind of weird because it's real hot in Japan right now, and they had to walk up this mountain to go out on the ski lift, and then the festivals like at the end of the ski lift. That'd be kind of weird too. And then it's real hot on the ground, but if you go up into the mountains, it's like the weather. It's a lot cooler in the mountains. That's really strange. That's like that would be like a weird thing, a blast to go out there. Okay, I don't want to make this. Oh, okay. Yeah, because he got. Yeah, what happened was I think he played the first day of the festival, the Friday, and they didn't have enough generator or power, so they for some reason, so they had to like it kind of delayed for a couple hours. But it seemed like people, I mean, something like that, people will wait till like 4 a.m. For someone to come on, right? And stuff. Not that I mean, I went to the festivals that I went to were were pretty small. Like Crow World was only 25,000, just like Heaven was 25,000, and Calais Vibes Reggae was maybe like 15, 20,000. So that's the only festivals I went to this year. I wasn't even there that long. I just went and took pictures and got out of there. Okay, so we've been going for 30 minutes. Dr. Sexy always makes me go on this tangent, where we're just talking about, but yeah, I'll check out the fall. Yeah, when I'll probably, yeah, I should probably get some fall vinyl. I did have some fall records back in the day. I have like some of their CDs, some of the last couple. When Tim Presley was in the band, who's a friend of mine, I have some of those ones, the ones that he made around 2009, and then I have some of the greatest hits stuff. So it's my fall representation is a little lame, but I should probably, that's probably a good idea. I'll write it down. That's probably what I should probably go to next. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be back on. I'm gonna be talking about James Joyce in a few minutes here. Okay, this video is like too damn long. Yeah, they do. They're probably one of the best bands ever. The Fall. I mean, I don't know where they come from. I mean, like how they got it together. How they keep like the high quality out. I mean, because the Fall, there's like the original period, and then there's the Bricks period, and then there's he kind of kept it together the whole time. I mean, there's like good songs from every era, and they had like probably 100 members. I was at that one show in New York in '98 where they broke up and they fought. Yeah. Oh yeah. How many eras does the Fall have? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I mean, because like other bands, bands like Wire and the Gun Club, it's obviously who their influences is, but the Fall doesn't seem to come from anywhere. What are their influences except for he read a lot of books or something. Okay, yeah, I'll probably yeah, maybe I'll talk. Let me buy a couple Fall records and then I'll do a whole hour on the Fall. Okay, take care. Gotta go.